Hey there, this is Tracy at Morrow Insurance Agency. You may notice that my screen is a little bit fuzzy today. I'm having some technical difficulties with my phone, so that's affected me being able to broadcast lately. So I've missed everybody terribly. I hope everybody's been doing well, but I've not been able to Periscope lately because I have a phone with a cracked face. But it seemed like it was going to work well enough today that I wanted to go ahead and broadcast today. And instead of doing my usual question of the day that I've been broadcasting, what I decided to do today was a tip for small businesses. One that I've seen in action, and I know that it really can help on several different insurance aspects. So I thought that I would just kind of like throw that out there today for folks. And for those of you who are catching this on the replay on YouTube, that's on the Morrow Insurance McDowell Division YouTube page. I hope that that you know that if you happen to see me talking to somebody, you can't see the little things that pop up during the broadcast on Periscope once it converts over to YouTube. So just so you know. But welcome, Andrea. I really do appreciate you joining us today. And again, I just wanted to, instead of doing my usual question of the day today, I thought that maybe I'd give you some tips specifically that have to do with video cameras. If you have a small business and you literally have a retail, or for that matter, even an office exposure where you actually are operating from a location, you have some place that you have set up your shop, your store, your office, your manufacturing, whatever it is that you have, wherever you've set up shop, it's a really good idea to have video cameras set up within the building. Now you're sitting there thinking, well, okay, so maybe if, say, for instance, I'm just an office, why would I care about having video cameras inside my building? I know that most people who are retailers already know about having video cameras because obviously they want to try to catch if someone tries to break into their establishment. They'd really like to get it on film. And so video cameras are usually very present in jewelry stores. You'll find that a lot of people have video cameras in clothing stores to try to catch shoplifters. But what you might not have actually thought about is the fact that video cameras can protect even office owners. The things that you have within an office are often prone to break-ins, computers, files. And that's something that actually gets a little stickier. Video cameras are awesome for trying to catch someone who's perpetrated, but if you have confidential information on your patients or customers or employees, you really need to be thinking about cyber liability, which is a whole different thing. And cyber liability includes not only computer files, but also paper files about those types of things. So anyway, video cameras are helpful in an office environment, a manufacturing environment, etc., to try to catch people, obviously, who might be stealing on the job from either someone who breaks in and is looking to steal outside of the business, or obviously there's also that possibility of employee theft. And so a lot of grocery stores and other stores that have large inventories, it is important that they have video cameras set up so that they can monitor if there is someone who might be pilfering on the job. And we've talked a little bit about employee theft before and employee dishonesty. That is something you can have some coverage for. And so definitely make sure that if you feel that that's something that you have a concern over, make sure and talk to your insurance agent, because employee dishonesty and employee theft is something that you can insure against. So if you would, just give them a call, and I'm sure that they can help you out with that so that you can understand more about what your coverages are there. One of the things, though, you might not have thought about when it comes to video cameras is that a video camera can also protect you if someone claims to get hurt at your establishment. Now, here's some examples. Obviously, if you have a retail environment and you want to make sure that if someone were to fall, restaurants and so forth, where they have floors that might often be a little slippery and so forth, having a good video camera set up so that you can make sure and capture anything that's going on will help you to understand exactly what occurred. Because let's face it, If someone actually gets hurt at your place of business, you may not even watch it happen. It may not be something that you could have visually have actually seen happen. And so who are the witnesses? What if there are no witnesses? Now, mind you, I probably don't need to tell you that setting up a video camera in a private location, such as a dressing room or bathroom, is not allowed. Those are actually prohibited places that you are not allowed, even as a business owner, to set up a camera because of privacy, and obviously, that's something that you want to avoid. Putting one up and using one for any reason whatsoever in those kinds of areas is prohibited by local laws and so forth, most places. And if not, then it's at least in the unwritten law of that. So, and someone just asked about needing to learn about the American political system, and I really do appreciate the question. I have to admit that is not my specialty. I hope that somebody else here on Periscope might actually be able to answer your questions there about the American political system, since you are taking an exam tomorrow, and congratulations on whatever class it is you're taking, that you're at least trying to find those answers. I do wish you the best of luck on that, but my specialty is insurance. And again, I just wanted to bring up that small businesses have a multiple amount of needs for protection, protecting themselves, and that video cameras within the business can actually help them. One of the things that I know that a lot of businesses are starting to also include is a video camera outside the business that includes their parking lot, because a parking lot is, again, another place that thefts and injuries can occur, and it's good to have a way to record those so that if something were to happen, that you would have some record of what had happened. I know that just recently at a truck stop here in Marion, North Carolina, that's where I'm located, there was an employee that was actually struck and killed by accident by one of the large trucks that was in the parking lot. The truck left the premises not ever knowing that they had actually struck and killed an employee there at the truck stop. But because of video cameras, they were able to track down the driver and the truck that this person was driving. So they were able to question this person and find out exactly what had happened, and they had been completely unaware of it, and the employee was a very new employee and was just not aware of just how dangerous it was in that particular parking lot to be seen by these large tractor trailers. So do you understand just, maybe just how important it might be to have those kinds of video cameras available? The expense, of course, is something to take into consideration, and I would suggest calling around and getting some advice from the actual security systems installers that are in your area. You can put them up yourself, of course, but getting a professional to give you some advice on where to point them, how to actually operate the system, making sure that you've got a system that works when you need it to work. Obviously you can put up a camera and it might not work. Maybe that deters somebody from stealing from you because they think it's actually on, but you wouldn't want to count on that. So get professional advice on installation. Obviously, hopefully shop around and get the best deal available for you. But I do think from the perspective of having proof before something actually happens, before you actually end up in a situation where someone has an accident, or whether or not there might be some possibility of someone perpetrating an act in your establishment like a theft, that you could at least find out who was the one that did it. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. Those are very much appreciated as well. And I will look forward to seeing everybody again on my next Periscope. It's been great getting back together with everybody again. And again, if you have any questions about insurance, of course, ask your local agent. But if you get a chance, please email me, insurancewisetracy@gmail.com. Remember, who cares about your insurance? That's me. Thanks so much and have a great day.